Yeah, that's the Prime Minister.
Friends, welcome to our Twilight 2000 4th edition playtest. James kicked us onto this game. Now, we previously played one part of this, so you'll be getting the continuation of our previous game using the Foundry Virtual Tabletop. This is a game set in the quiet, slow decline of civilization and the post-apocalyptic aftermath of World War III. We are playing in a Soviet Union versus NATO Poland just after tactical nuclear weapons are deployed and now everyone's gone. I don't want. We'll see how much people want to talk about their characters and cover the story. James, is this system actually out yet, or is this still like in playtest and Kickstart?
Next month. So the playtest is finished. This is the final version, but it gets released in September.
So we got the lucky chance to yeah. All right,
play early.
Well, James, you're the one who kicked us onto this, and you're also the game master. So let me turn over control here a bit to you.
Okay. Well, look, I don't want to go through the whole backstory of this because
it was 30 to 40 minutes. So let's.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So for the audience sake, they're coming into a game partway. You're going to see a snippet of a story. We're not going to finish a whole story arc today, and you're not seeing the start of it. But I'll just give you the quick crib notes. Is that this is set in the year 2000, after a World War III occurred in 1999. So put that into your contemporary sense. That the Soviet Union is still together for reasons I won't bother going into. And right now the battle line is in Poland. That Poland has gone NATO friendly, and the Soviet and NATO forces met in Poland before the exchange of nuclear weapons. And now everything started to fall apart. The players were part of a push by NATO forces to try and drive Russian forces out of Poland back across their border. The original, I don't know if you can see on Arthur's map, but the original plan was for the players' division to reach the town of Woods and help push out the Russian forces there. But they got as far as Kalisz when a major Russian counteroffensive pretty much broke the back of NATO forces and everyone just scattered. Orders came down that most units were no longer combat effective and that everybody just had to run for their lives. So the grey line on the map is actually where the players went during the last session. So they made their way south out of Kalisz, found a farmhouse, and there they were able to restore an old pickup truck and drive that cross country to a city here, Zwash. I'm going to butcher Polish names, I'm afraid, and Henley might do a little bit better than me. Hoping to find Allied forces at a rendezvous, but along the way they encountered a second lieutenant with a couple of loose soldiers who tried to co-opt them. There was a bit of a tete-a-tete that resulted in the lieutenant losing his own life. But the orders he carried did indicate that the plan was for all NATO forces to withdraw to the west across the German border and try and regroup there. So the group made their way to the town, found a couple of other US soldiers there who were looking for a group to join. So we've now got 4 NPC soldiers with the group. They then drove the car north, got as far as Sirats, where it looked like a Soviet BMP was guarding a crossroad, so they took a slight off-road tour. Got as far as Turek by the end of that day. So there've been 2 days now since the Battle of Kalisz. In Turek, the group stopped to look for food, water, more materials to make alcohol fuel for the pickup, since it's got a still on the back. Unfortunately, they couldn't quite find enough, so one of the US soldiers is now dehydrated. Everyone's eaten, though, at least. And the other thing we forgot to do is, because at one point they had to drive around a nuclear blast crater, everybody picked up a rat of radiation in the game system. So we need to test to see whether any of you have got radiation sickness, because one of the other soldiers does. So what that's going to mean for you guys is a survival check. I'm just going to get, because the difficulty of the survival check is dependent upon how many rads you've currently got.
I love the idea, by the way, that the local, the Polish guy is just like, Yeah, I'm good at radiation.
Yeah, radiation. I'm used to it.
I don't have a rating in survival, so do I just roll my D10 in intelligence?
Well, but before you so normally yes, okay. Before you roll, somebody if anyone is treating others, you can actually roll medical aid instead in place of their survival roll with the same modifier that they would have gotten. So if your medical aid is better, you can treat yourself.
Oh, so yeah, I'm going to do that.
Treat yourself.
So as we're going, so AP, who are you playing?
I'm playing Lulu Gonzalez, specialist in rank, the highest ranking U.S. NATO forces Europe here. Yes, don't worry, we're gonna get into that, Max. Okay, we're gonna get into that. Lulu is from Harlem in New York City, and she doesn't care about people. She only cares about machines. And that lieutenant that we found, he was having a little bit of a nervous breakdown, and after a conversation with Lulu, he ended up shooting himself. Is the official story. Lulu took command of the unit once again and led them to a successful escape to Turek, although her relationship with Max is now strained.
Okay. So you're at 7 total rads, which means that your check is at a -3.
Great.
Oof.
That's rough. And so for the benefit of the audience, what does that -3 mean?
It only rolled a D6. It didn't roll anything else with it.
Because it should have been. So let's see. Because normally, so your roll would be a D10 plus a D10. So
D10 plus a D6, right? Because my medical aid is a D6.
Oh, sorry, medical aid is a D6. Oh, okay, sorry, yes, right. So D10 plus D6. So -3 would take that to a D8 plus a D6, a D6 plus a D6, and then just a D6. That's right. So only a single D6 for -3.
I need a 6 to succeed here.
You do at the moment.
Yep.
Without getting some antibiotics.
Okay. What if I push myself here?
You can push. That's fine. But if you roll a 1, you will take an extra stress.
Great. Yeah, I'm going to do it anyway.
Well, because it's the medical aid. Okay.
It's still a 5.
Okay. So officially, you are suffering from radiation sickness.
Right.
Which means that you have vomiting, diarrhea, maybe a little bit of bleeding, blood in your stool, and it means that you can't heal injuries naturally, and you've got to test. You've got to test again each day to see whether you get better. Now, we also rolled 1d6. Let's roll a d6 to see whether the rad that you picked up today goes away.
What do I want here?
You want anything but a 1.
Great, I got a 1.
Okay, so that rad is now permanent. So put an extra permanent rad on your sheet.
So what are your permanent rads at now?
7. Yeah.
Oof. That's
you
rough.
Start getting any cool Fallout perks or something like that?
Yeah, you die. You don't become a ghoul, you just die.
So pretty much from tomorrow forwards, you will be taking a wound each day until you roll a 6, unless you can find some antibiotics.
Great.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's starting tomorrow or starting today?
Starting tomorrow.
Okay, great.
Well, good night.
All right, so let's go on to Max Jaeger. So who's Max?
So Max Jaeger is a private first class in the U.S. Army. He's from the great state of Nebraska. And, he's the grunt. He's just, your no-nonsense infantryman just trying to survive. And he and Lulu were on the same page up until she tried to pull, and then tried to pull rank on him as a specialist. So yeah, he's just trying to, get back into Germany, get back into a larger unit where there's some semblance of normalcy.
Okay. So you're at 5 rads, which is a -1 on your test. Would you want to roll your survival at D10 plus D6, or would you rather that Lulu rolls her Medicaid?
I would rather roll my D10 plus D6.
I would only be rolling a D6, right? Because I'm...
no, because it's a -1, so not a -3 like you had. Yeah.
I would be rolling a d10. Sure, go.
Yep. So -1 for you. Okay, so you have succeeded. So you don't get sick.
Rads, never heard of him.
And then just roll the d6 to see if the rad goes away.
All right.
Listen, there's one thing I know from running this channel: rad never goes away.
So you can remove the temporary rad down to you, and you are not sick. And finally, Mikolaj.
Yeah, so his name is Mikołaj Lewandowski, and he is a Polish citizen, national. I don't know what you call him in this game, but he's a native. And basically, he's like the interpreter. He's like the local. He isn't a military man. He's a civilian.
Now he has a Dragunov sniper rifle.
He does, yes.
And enough ammunition to take on a company.
So his moral code is you are nothing before the bombs. You won't be pushed around ever again. And I don't think the big dream will ever come up in this session, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, what am I rolling? I'm gonna roll
also at 7 rads, so you're at -3. So your survival is better than Lulu's Medicaid.
Yeah.
So you're rolling survival at a -3.
Lulu's better with machines than she is with people.
Yeah, that's literally her whole thing. Great, you hit the same thing I did. You rolled for pickup truck though, not for yourself.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep saying pickup truck. It's because I've attached the characters to the pickup. I don't know if he's got the token selected or something, but because I would think that his survival should be, because it's a D10 plus a D8. -3 would go to D8, D8, D6, D8, D6, D6.
So just roll 2d6, I guess.
Yeah.
One thing that hasn't been mentioned is that Mike, as we call him, believes that Lulu will be an excellent model in America. Right up until she got shot in the face.
I'll push this.
Push, yep. All right, there we go. Okay, so still failed. So you are also not feeling well. You have to test again in a day and roll a d6 to see if that temporary rad goes away.
And you also gain a stress in the process, right? From the 1.
Yes, because you push. So yes, you go. So you gain a stress, but the rad does go away. So you can remove the temporary rad, which means when you test again tomorrow, you're going to be at -2, not at -3.
How do I go backwards? Oh, right click. Okay.
Yep, that's it.
All right.
Okay. So the group finished up in Turek after looking for food and water, and ended up finding like a multi-story parking garage to park the pickup truck in. Still got about 38 litres of alcohol in it, enough to get you most of the way to Poznan, which I think was where you're going. You should get as far as Kostrazin. So set a fire because it started to rain overnight, got pretty cold, and most of the group is asleep while Max Jaeger keeps a lookout. So I should be able to move you to this view. Everyone can see the map there now.
Hasn't loaded yet.
Yes,
You know, James, it makes me nervous when you load maps like this. It makes me think that we're going to get in combat. Tactical
I love
positioning.
it when we're in combat. It's fun.
I know that you love combat.
This game is actually surprisingly like hitting all the right buttons for me in terms of like what a game like this needs to be. But maybe that's just me.
I thought almost everybody was awake except for Lulu, searching for food and water. And
that was on the first shift, I thought.
Oh, I thought the plan was for everyone to sleep in the truck tomorrow. Am I wrong about this?
No, I do remember that as well.
Yeah, the plan was for everybody but Lulu to sleep in the truck because Lulu has to be awake.
Yeah. Do you want to swap with me then, and you're on watch?
No, I have to be asleep.
Okay. So well then I'm staying. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to be asleep.
Okay, but we can have some more people awake then. So probably let's leave the two that are the person with radiation sickness and dehydration to sleep as well, so they can.
Great.
So that means we'll wake up Rogers. We will wake up Mikolaj. And we will wake up Stone.
Why am I small now?
It's just because the icon change when not selected changes to small. Doesn't matter. So this is like about so it's early morning. So things like 5:30 in the morning on like a spring morning where the sun hasn't started to go up yet. Not that you can see the sun with the clouds, but that bit of light is creeping into the morning air as such. So you have got some visibility, but it is pouring rain. You're on the middle level of this. So the car park is basically a ground level, a middle level, and then a roof. And you've got the car parked in the middle level, so you're up off the ground, but you're also not sitting on the roof. Although some water's running down the ramp from the upper level. So you've got.
Wait,
the
are we able to do like if it's raining? Can we catch some rain?
I'm sure we want to drink the irradiated rains of nuclear Poland.
Like it's a dicey like normally.
There are literally tactical nuclear warheads set off like yesterday, like less than like a few kilometers away.
Well, how are we like searching for water then?
Like groundwater sources and anything that hasn't been.
Yeah, or like you know.
Bottled water.
Bottles,
like you're in a town when you stop, so you might have found like an old refrigerator somewhere with some bottled water,
something that's not been irradiated or affected.
Yeah. So is that so? It like is the like because we're competent. Would drinking this rain be super bad?
Not super bad. It would be better to find a clean source of water. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like walking in this rain or drinking this rain would, you're not talking like fatal dose. It's just it would all start to add up.
Yeah. We need the guy who's dehydrated to drink it.
Yeah. Or you try and find some iodine tablets to put in it as well.
Right.
I need those. Screw that guy. I need those iodine tablets.
So do we want to like set out like a couple of like canteens to collect this water, like in the case of an emergency?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just set up while we're talking. I'll set up some canteens of rainwater.
Apostrophe. Murky apostrophe.
Yes.
Hey man, if you can drink from a toilet and fall out, you'll be fine. Yeah. Okay.
That's.
I in fact, I believe you get disease when you drink from the toilet and fall out.
No. You just don't play on Ranger difficulty and you get your gun.
Not everything's like Fallout.
You've never clearly been to Poland then, huh?
Who wants to carry it? So you've got 2 rations of rainwater. So do you want the dehydrated guy to drink one straight away?
It's up to him, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's up to him.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Look, I think when you're dehydrated, you wouldn't so much worry about that. He'd rather be. Although that being said, his mate is currently suffering from radiation sickness. But no, I think that who was it? Was
wouldn't having like diarrhea like make you more thirsty? It's like a vicious cycle.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
It is a vicious cycle. It's an awful way to die.
Yeah. Okay, who wants to carry the other rainwater?
How heavy is it?
I can take them. I have nothing in my backpack right now. So
I don't even have a backpack. That's right.
Yeah. Throw them in my pack and I'll.
All right. So I'll just check in. Rainwater. There we go. In your backpack.
Oh yeah. Just so everyone knows, because it wasn't mentioned, weight is a.
Yes, weight is a consideration. This definitely. Yeah. So what you can carry, it's very much
taking
a
your
role-playing
backpack
system.
off before you shoot.
Yeah.
Well, before you try and run, or leap over waist-high walls. All right. So Max, give me a recon roll, please.
All right.
To see all the.
Can't wait for you to blow this one, just like last time.
It's gonna be a -1 because of the rain.
Okay.
I have to say, this Foundry rain stuff looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this early time in the morning, you hear through the rain towards the east multiple voices. With one success, you can't really pick up things like the language ring, but certainly. You can hear that there's at least probably 3 to 4 voices currently talking, and they're slowly moving closer.
Okay. I will tell the others basically to basically like, turn around and like have one of them. I don't know if we want to douse the fire yet, but I'm like, there's people coming from the west. And then can I move into like a better position here?
Yeah. So where would you like to move to? So you're I said on the middle level.
Yeah.
Where would you like to go to?
I just want to like move basically one hex up and then take cover.
That's fine. Yep. No worries. And so you said you were killing the fire.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because we, you know, if they spot it, they're gonna be
yeah. Are you
right in on us?
Are you waking everybody else up? Sorry.
So not anybody who isn't already awake.
Okay. No.
Like I think.
I'm awake.
Okay. Yeah,
You're awake.
You, Rogers, and
die in my
Stone
sleep.
are awake. You're gonna wake up when if we fucking shoot these guys. Like, there's no sleeping through that.
All right. Can I set up? Because I got a sniper rifle, right? So.
Yeah, sure.
Told you, man. Lulu's from Harlem. She'll sleep right through the gunfight.
Okay. I'm like right here. I'll just stay where I am. I'm like against this. Like, how do I do it again? Shift.
When you drop it, just hold the ship before you drop it. It will go exactly where your mouse pointer is.
Okay. Yeah. So I'd be like, up against it. How high is the border here? Is it like?
Oh, it's like waist high wall. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Like, think of like a regular parking garage where you can see over the edge.
So I can set up
Like
here
Gears
with the
of War
rifle.
style, just
That's
high
right, yeah.
enough.
Chest high walls.
And
He does
these
like
walls
GTA,
down-
he runs up to the wall, but then he starts climbing over. He's like, no, stop, I can't stop myself.
you vaults over out into the street and ragdolls.
So these walls here, these are like tall walls. What are they?
They're like the destroyed buildings. So once again, they're only like a bit they're above waist height. So you can take cover behind them, but they don't block complete line of sight unless you drop down behind them. But they're also ground level. Those ones.
Does my line of sight change with a rifle scope? Because I assume I have one.
You do have a rifle scope. It obviously doesn't see more through the rain. It will give you a bonus to detect. I'm just going to move them. Actually, let me see. Let's put you with your rifle. Let's give you a slightly longer vision. Let's give you dim vision out further. Dim vision 2.
Look at this guy. He got dynamic lighting, and now he's unlimited power.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So you should be able to see. So there, looking through your rifle, you can see 6.
Oh, I can see
Soviet
those people
soldiers.
now.
Yeah, I've given you guys shared vision, so presumably he's relaying this to you guys. So you can see 6 Soviet soldiers, and they are marching a group of. So there are 4 icons in the middle. The 3 icons that labeled refugee actually represent 6 people each. So there's like 18 or so people, and there's another person which is not going to be relevant to you. So effectively, you can see about 19 refugees being marched through the street by these 6 Soviet soldiers.
Mm-hmm. And
now,
are they chained? Are they? What are they?
They're not chained. Like they're obviously prisoners, but they haven't been like handcuffed or tied up. They're being marched by 6 guys with assault rifles. So like it's pretty clear that they are, being detained. Now you do notice that the guy at the very back has the clear blue beret of a Spetsnaz officer.
It's the GRU. They're here.
I don't have a clear shot at him, do I? Because of all the refugees and shit.
We're in an elevated position.
You're in an elevated position. You could shoot at him. Like everybody else will suddenly they'll have to test to be against being suppressed. They'll probably will dive to the ground. If you want to open up with if you want to start the proceedings with a sniper shot at the Spetsnaz guy, that is something you can do.
All I'll say,
we're in a really good position right now.
Should have aimed for the head, Dave. Should have aimed for the head.
I mean, he doesn't have a helmet, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Should have aimed for the head.
Can I take my time with the shot?
You can do a slow aim action, certainly.
Yeah, and aim for the head. Is that possible?
Yeah. So aiming for the head is a penalty, but it'll be offset partly by the option to slow aim. So, because you've got scope aim is an action, I believe.
Yes. Oh yeah, there's a library of stuff somewhere.
So scope aim is +2, and aiming for the head is -2. So it would be a straight shot, plus the 1 for being elevated. But you're also -1 for the rain. So
what about slow aim? Is that? Do I get something for that?
They cancel out.
Yeah, it
Slow aim versus aiming for the head.
So you could like slow aim for the torso and get a +2.
Yeah, he's gonna be wearing body armor though.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's sniper aim, which I think is the one you're talking about.
That's the slow aim, because it's a slow action.
But there's
so it's +1, or if you take a slow aim action, it's +2.
But aiming for the head is a -2.
-2, so it cancels out. Yeah, and then once again, in your elevated position, firing +1 is cancelled out by the rain.
Okay, so it's a straight shot then.
Yeah. Now don't roll yet because this is an ambush, which means we still draw initiative. It's just that you, because you're the one taking the ambush action, you default to initiative of 1.
Okay. Yeah, and we had that thing where we could determine who goes first in the ambush, right?
That's right. Well, that's how an ambush works. Is that one person automatically counts as drawing the 1. So I'm just going to add you all into the combat. I'll just do 1 for the soldiers.
Do we get cards this week?
No, I didn't. I still didn't set that up. Sorry,
James. This is they provided Free League Publishing provided us with these resources and this beautiful playtest, and we couldn't even get the cards for them. What are you, some sort of full-time professional with a real job?
Yeah.
What are you, a big-time CEO?
Yeah, some sort of executive.
all right. AP and Spoon roll me a D10.
Oh, I thought you were going to say AP, go last. Just like last time. So we want to roll low, right? That's what I'm about to ace.
That's right,
9.
I'll roll it again because you've already got 7, and because you can only have 1 person per number.
Jaeger, you're in trouble.
No.
Look at that. I told you it'd be a 9.
I knew it. That's a 9. I thought it was a 2.
No.
No,
it's me. I have to reroll.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
I'm just upset that you've once again forced me to go further back.
There's a 1 in there.
I got to reroll. I got to reroll Stone's 1. Reroll initiative.
The agent of the Polish resistance.
So does that mean you can only have 10 combatants at any time in this game?
Well, yeah, because then you've got to start grouping them.
Yeah. So because I played in a long-running Forbidden Lands campaign, which is also works off of a similar system to this, the Year Zero system, and that's what we ended up doing. Was if you have more than 10 individuals, you can start grouping people up.
Makes sense.
Okay, so you're going first, then Dave, with your ambush. So it's going to be a so drop the rifle into chat, so then you can use it to attack. So click on the picture of the rifle.
Just to make sure, there's no bonuses for them being completely unaware that a shot's coming at them.
No.
All right. Do they get stressed or something after that?
They aren't trying to dive for cover is one thing, right?
They'll be making a corners on the fire test.
Okay, so I click the SVD.
Yep, and that'll drop in a chat, and then you can go in a chat and hit attack. And don't forget, you can choose. So it's got a rate of fire up to 2, so you can fire multiple shots.
Okay, so yeah, let's do that. I'll make
fire.
Let him have it.
Fire again.
Okay, so 2 shots. Okay.
2 rate of fire, so it could be more. It could be, you can empty the whole clip basically with that.
Yeah, I mean, so okay, if I shoot this dude and kill him in the first shot, do I just sweep and get other people?
So you can allocate when you roll your ammo dice. You can allocate ammo dice either additional damage on the base attack roll or to other people in the same hex. And there are 2 other Soviet soldiers in the same hex as the Spetsnaz guy.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, cool.
So you could pop them both. Like,
I'm worried about the dudes in the back because they got some considerable cover there, but these dudes in the front here probably won't. Yeah. So, yeah, okay.
Just quickly, cool. Actually, how many hexes are you away? Because you might be more than 10 hexes.
He's definitely more than 10 hexes.
Okay, so you're out. Sure. So it's actually a net -1 because of the range.
Oh, maybe I'll wait for them to roll.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
are they
Okay.
walking in our direction?
They are walking in a direction, so you can wait, but then there's a chance they'll spot you. They haven't spotted you. They haven't spotted you at this distance.
Nah, just take the
Far
shot.
away.
Take the shot. We want to pin them down when they're way out there, away from cover.
Okay, so
it's
it'd be
it's
like there.
Yeah.
So they'd be like... It'd be like... Is it really only 100 meters? My God. That's like a normal rifle.
Yeah, but it's every 100 meters, it's just a -1. So you can actually go and you double it. So it goes 100 is nothing, 200 is -1, 400 is -2, 800 is -3.
So does that happen with assault rifles as well in this game?
Yes.
Yeah, but assault rifles start with a base range of like 4 or 5.
Yeah, like we're very short ranged.
Okay, so I'm at a -1 then?
Yeah. -1.
Okay.
Unload all the ammo.
Yeah, I'd take them out.
Okay,
out the
so
inner junk rack.
ignore the body shot because it's a headshot because you aim for that location. Okay, so it is a hit. The ammo dice generator. So you spent 7 rounds, but you got the hit. So that would be the base damage of the gun is 3 plus 1 is 4. He has no armor in his head, so that would be 4 damage and also a critical hit. So you happy with that, or do you want to push? If you push, you don't re-roll successful dice. Successful dice
Yeah.
stay successes.
So
Oh, really?
You would just be rolling that 1d8 and your 2d6 ammo dice.
All right,
I
I'll
think
push it.
this is a good pushable roll here.
Yeah.
You thought
There's
that
a lot
last time as well, and you
Yeah,
managed to
I
jam your
know.
gun 3 times.
I nearly.
Oh my God! Holy
wait, yeah,
smokes! You got all 3 of them.
Yeah, a good pushable roll.
I forgot. Dave is just better at role playing games than you.
That's right. Dave likes to roll dice, so they do well for him.
Okay,
Called
so
Traeger luck, you know.
So that's enough to do. So the +2 on the roll would be a total of 5 damage with no armor on his head. He's instantly killed.
Darn.
Instantly incapacitated. You can then spend your 1 ammo dice to also hit someone else in the same hex.
Well, he's got
Okay.
two ammo, right, from the second success on the. Oh, never mind.
No,
You meant-
no, it's just
I
ammo
understand.
dice, yeah.
Just ammo dice. All right, yeah. So you can take out one other person.
That's right.
Oh,
yeah.
that's kind of cool how it shows it on the thing too, because it shows the first one on the first column, and then row, and then the next one on the next row. Yeah, cool.
Someone spent a lot of time programming all this so that we could use it.
Well, I can tell you. So the guy who independently developed this one has been picked up by Free League now to do the official one.
Well, that's
Very good.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Nice
solid
work,
pickup.
whatever your name is. You did good.
Cool.
This is solid.
Okay,
So I'll move on to probably the dude further back. I think.
okay, so that'll be a body shot on that guy because I'll just take because it's you cannot in his head. I'll just take the hit location roll. So he will actually take from that then three wounds. And,
Well, would it be a headshot? Because I aimed for the head specifically.
You hit the head
and I
of
took a
the
penalty.
you hit the head of the main guy, but it's just a regular hit on the other person that you allocate an extra hit to.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to mark this guy as dead.
Trick shots it off of some
Oh,
rubble.
actually, sorry, he had 6 wounds. So because he's tougher. So you either if you want to hit the other guy, then the Spetsnaz guy won't be capacitated. He'll be on 1 wound and a critical. So
No.
you can roll a head crit.
Take
Sorry?
them out.
Yeah,
The
take
criticals
out
aren't
the
really
officer.
that bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've
If I
seen what
see
getting
him
shot
just-
in the face critical looks like. It's really not that bad.
It's a broken nose. Look, you almost died, man. I think you understand how
I'm
close
still
to dying
almost
you were.
dying from radiation poisoning now. My stress is up. I am in rough shape compared to everybody else.
Yeah.
So you know what Mikawai will say, like as he's like just he's just like even monkey wear helmet.
Okay, so I'm going to test to see the Soviet soldiers. How do they do with their cornice under fire?
Can you imagine this guy's probably just like, man, I love my job. Conquering Poland again. This is great. I love walking through the cold rain.
So the first group is fine. The group in the same hex as him,
They probably don't even turn around. They're just like, oh, you.
they're fine. The
They're so used to
refugees-
dead officers. Was that Australia that had the special ability?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, so the refugees are all suppressed.
Come on, guys. You were the ones we needed to come through.
And I got a test for the other person there.
Military training. Oh, this is like Fire Emblem when you see that character over in the side of the map and you're like, I want that one.
Yeah. I have to send Niles to capture them. I want them on my roster.
Okay, cool. So that's you done. Okay, next person to act is one of the people you suppressed. So they are no longer suppressed, but they don't take any other action. Okay, now your Marines, so your soldiers. So I'd say the shot has instantly woken up. Anybody who was asleep is no longer asleep because Dragonovs at about 10 minutes distance have a decent sized report.
Really? You think so? Being fired on as close to full auto as you can go?
Remind me how I do the reloading stuff.
Well, that'll be your action. So when you want to reload a gun, it's a slow action unless you make a ranged combat test, in which case it becomes a fast action. So you've still got 2 bullets left in the Dragunov, though. So you can still fire at your full rate of fire of 2. You just couldn't get more than 2 extra hits with it. That's all.
Sure.
So you can fire full rate of fire even as long as there's more than 1 bullet in the gun, you're fine. Okay, so we'll start off with Stone, who is already awake. He will unload on the first group of Soviet soldiers. So he's at a distance of 4, 8, 12. So he's at a full -2 for this one, plus -1 for the rain.
So -3.
Sorry, -3. Yeah.
-3.
-3.
So that's what everyone else will be shooting at this distance.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, the -1 makes sense now when you put it in that sort of.
Yeah. He's going to fire his full. He's going to fire his. He'll actually have to trigger this. He's going to go fire with 3 rate of fire. Okay, that's a miss. He spent 8 rounds at nothing.
That's Stone there for you.
Okay. Okay. Rogers will move to the wall and take a shot, but he's also at a -. Actually, he won't. He will just aim this round because he'll be firing from the hip. Useless at this point in time. Anderson and Stevens basically just spend their round waking up and moving to the wall. All right. Next up is the refugees. They are no longer suppressed. Oops, take the wrong person. All right. Next up will be he's dead. So Jaeger next.
Yeah, I'll just take a fast action to aim at the hex the first 3 guys are in.
Yep.
And try and shoot. So +1 from the aim, -1 from the rain, +1 from elevated, -2 from range.
Yes.
Okay. So -1 overall.
Yep.
And I'll put. Oh wait, hang on. Does it not have? I think maybe it's it didn't. It thinks my gun isn't loaded. Maybe.
So just go to your gun on your sheet, and you'll see this thing that says magazine. The drop down that says magazine. Just pick a magazine which has got bullets in it. That'll be the magazine you're firing from.
Got it.
So if you actually don't group magazines, you make them all 1 each. You can actually track how many rounds are in each mag.
There we go. Okay. I'll put 2 in the rate of fire.
Well, it worked out for you.
It did? Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so you've definitely hit a guy in the torso. You can either spend your ammo dice to hit a second guy or to increase the damage on the first guy you hit.
I will increase the damage.
Okay, cool. So your base damage is 2, +1 for the success is 3, +1 for the ammo is 4. He's got 1 armor in the torso, brings it down to 3. So that's enough to trigger a crit.
All right.
So I'll roll a torso crit.
I should mention, Spoon, I'm really
Yes.
looking
Alright.
forward to playing Farming Simulator tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was looking at tractors today while I was driving, and I was like, that's a good-looking Case 2 right there. Look at that baler. I'm salivating over it.
All right.
God damn.
Hey, that's a significant hit. That's a 9 on the crit dice, which is
Oh,
internal
no.
bleeding.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so he instantly falls down, regardless, and
That
he has
feel
to
when a bullet bounces around your rib cage.
test every round to avoid is prone.
You feel that feeling often, Dave? You know?
Yeah, to avoid dying. to avoid
Bullets in the
bleeding
rib
out.
cage.
My wife told me today that sometimes when the baby's inside the stomach, they can kick the inside of the rib cage. I'm like, oof, goddamn,
Yeah.
fuck that shit.
Gotta get those short ribs down there at the bottom, too, you know?
Fucking bam.
Okay, so the Soviet soldiers now. So this guy will move to
surrender.
here and take cover.
By the way, are you guys collapsing the little pop-ups, or is that doing that automatically?
It's
That's
doing it
kinda nice.
automatically. Yeah, yeah. It's
That's nice.
after
I like it.
after about 30 seconds. Yeah, I'm digging what I'm seeing out of Foundry. Like,
Yeah.
as long as there's a module for it, it's pretty good.
The only thing is, I kind of feel like it's a little bit like, you know, when you go from an Adobe like Photoshop or something like that and you try to use another project
Yeah.
and your muscle memory just doesn't work the same way.
Yep.
That's what it's like for me right now, a little bit. Yeah.
It's close
Yeah.
enough to Roll20 that
It's doing a real good job, though.
I'm
It's-
ready.
it's-
I'm ready to
Like,
leave.
I don't know how to ping the map yet, though. You know what I mean? Like, don't know how to ping the map.
Well, I mean, instead of pinging the map, we can literally see where your cursor is, you know?
Yeah, and we can draw lines and stuff. And
Yeah.
There's like a ping icon. Select targets. Oh, that's select. God damn it. What's this one then?
So
Select tokens. What?
3 of the guys just like migrate to the closest cover. The guy who's down, he can still crawl a hex. One guy is in the open still. He's just gonna hip fire, spray and pray in the direction of Max.
all right.
That
So
guy
that's
that's
not
on the
gonna be great.
ground, it's like, it's 5:30 in the morning in Poland. My guts are falling out. I'm crawling through the radioactive cold rain.
I probably have an ancestor who did this exact thing.
Just 50 years ago. Oh,
Right, so,
wow. Holy
he
smokes.
missed. Yep. That's it.
Even with the ammo hit?
Yeah, that's right. No, ammo hit because you still have to have a base hit to trigger the ammo dice.
I see. I
yeah,
see.
he just put 22 rounds into the side of the building and did nothing.
Amazing.
It's a good building.
Basically,
Solid
he basically
rebar.
empties his clip into the concrete siding of this parking structure.
Gonzalez.
All right. I mean, I pop up and I go to the wall. I'd actually like to, if I can somehow put myself in a structure where, listen, I've just been told by a U.S. Army soldier recently that you really want to cover your lower body with a car engine. So,
An engine block. Yep.
yeah, all joking aside, I guess her whole turn is getting up and moving into cover and preparing to aim next round.
Okay, no
And
worries. Let's put you
she just, you know, surprisingly chipper for someone who is, you know, woken up out of sleep and injured, radioactive, and stressed. She goes, "What's the 411?" over everybody else in that, you know, war movie way where it's clear that in reality no one would ever be able to hear her. What we have like pasgums, right? So we don't even have microphones and headsets yet. We're literally just yelling over the gunfire.
Yeah. Back when the best way to communicate in this situation would have been use hand signals.
Yeah.
Well, that case, that's a good point. I would move next to Jaeger and just try to get his attention to be like, "What the fuck is going on?" in hand signals, which I don't know what those are, but
Yeah.
I like the idea that you see
It's this.
you see Mokawai like sniping from a distance, and you're like, "What is going on?" I think you should be able to work it out from that, right?
I mean, look, the chain of events here so far is a lot of bullets have been fired, and I woke up.
Yeah.
There are so many deer out there. We're
After
trying
a
to get
rough
them
night of
all.
sleep. with the squats. Okay,
Yeah.
so all right.
Wait, that's
so
not
we're
me.
back-
Wait, do I have that? Oh,
You've got radiation sickness.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, let me run my hand through my hair real quick. I pull a little bit out in the process. I'll have that scene later. It'll be good.
So much for that modeling career.
Yeah, first a broken nose, then this. Okay, so we're back up to you, Dave.
Oh, wow, that was quick.
I would say, Spoon, when you're shooting that direction, the person among the refugees that looks different, you actually recognize that person. They're wearing civilian clothes, but you recognize her as when you were still with the 6th Infantry, she was a CIA.
I mean the 5th
CIA
mechanized?
5th Infantry. Yes. She was a CIA operative that was working with command.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh.
Well,
I just
you know, if there's
targeted
one
this guy.
thing the U.S. military
It's
can
kinda
do,
cool.
it's definitely trust the CIA.
Sure.
So I targeted this person. Does that mean the attack will hit that person if it hits them?
That's
I
fine.
don't know how you. I don't know how
Yeah.
you do the GMing stuff in the background there, but like, let's see if this works.
Okay, so at this point you're still at -1 for the range and -1 for the
Rain.
rain. +1 for scope aim. You know, this is not a quarter shot, so it's +1 because you're not slow aiming. You're doing a fast aim with a scope. It's +1. So it's just a -1 on the attack roll then.
All right. I'm gonna use the rest of the ammunition that I've got. So that's.
Yep. Just to pick the 2.
You said -1.
-1 total. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so that is a miss. You can push it, but you've already rolled a 1 there, which means if you do push, you'll do 1 damage to the gun.
Yeah, fuck it, push it.
Okay, I'm a mechanic. I'll fix it.
Hey.
That's what we needed.
Okay, cool. So it's a hit. So that is enough to do 4 damage. You hit him in the torso, where it drops out to 3 damage. Still enough for a crit, though.
Did it do anything on the jamming side of things when the guy was targeted?
On the what side of things?
On the back end.
He targeted
Tracking.
a target, and he's
It
trying to
does-
figure out if it
all-
automatically.
No, all it seems to do is put your little color on their thing so we know who's shooting at who.
it lets us know who you're shooting at.
Now, how do we
basically.
do that? How do we target people?
There was
One
like
click on
another
them?
option. It's you click on
that work?
the person, then you click on
Yep.
the circle.
Okay.
Yep.
So for me, it looks like an orange block around them, but when I
Yeah,
look
but
at
for-
Dave's, it's like a green dot.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, you're a blue dot for me, and I assume
Perfect.
I'm gonna click him. Am I a red dot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, that makes
Okay,
sense.
so I need to roll a torso crit on him. Torn intestines also sounds good.
That'll fuck a dude up.
Okay, so he has to test to be stretched to avoid dying from blood loss. He's at -1 stamina, and any diseases he's at -3 to resist. So, and he has to test for coolness under fire, for being shot at.
And also having his intestines ripped apart.
He's not suppressed.
Rock solid. He's got ice water in those veins.
I'll get new intestines.
Okay,
Communism will provide.
all right, so the agent will actually try and she's going to move back here, and she's going to pick up the AK-74 from the dead Spetsnaz guy.
Oh hell yeah!
sure.
Yeah.
The spook is about to do some took.
She's gonna get shredded.
She's gonna get rid
Someone's
of
just
the
gonna
bullets.
turn around and shoot her. I mean, she's
Yeah.
standing in the open, picking up a weapon. She just went from civilian to target.
Yeah.
No. All you got to do is take off his beret, put it on you,
That's
and
not.
start issuing orders.
She just goes, I'm political officer here.
Field upgrade. I went from prisoner to leader.
Okay, so we're now down to your US soldiers. So Stone is going to take aim at the further south guy in cover. So he's at -2 for range, -1 for the rain. So
James is like, how can I make this combat as difficult as possible? Nighttime, rain, distance.
Yeah, man, it's just adding extra coolness to the.
he fired a lot and missed substantially as well.
It's okay. It's the U.S. Army doctrine.
Okay, so
accuracy by volume, man.
Okay,
Maybe that's why the sergeant took away his ammo, because he knew that it'd just be wasted on them anyway.
Okay, so that was Stone. Stevens will fire at the same guy in the same way.
Damn it, Stevens. Put that tracer on target, son.
Well, I can't roll a 6 to save my life.
Stevens!
So when you hit someone in the arms, does it hit both arms, or like how does that?
One bullet, both their arms go off. Yeah.
It doesn't differentiate. Okay, Anderson will take. You know what? Same guy. They're all just until that guy goes down. That's who they're targeting.
Pouring fire on them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, they're like modern day U.S. soldiers, where the squad leaders like hitting them with a little IR laser. Everybody just shoots them.
Except for in this case, everyone is just shooting around them.
Anyways, they hit him, but he hit the cover he's in, so he'll get 1 armor from the cover. So total damage of 3 reduced down to 2. So he takes 2 wounds, and it's not actually a crit then.
Man, how much cooler would it be if like they actually like you could select who you're shooting and then it just applies the damage to them? That would have been great.
He is suppressed though. So he drops down into full cover automatically. Okay. So then the last one to fire was Rogers up here, who will then fire at the guy top left. Same modifiers.
Oh, you can't tell who the icon is attached to when they're that close. That's interesting.
That's
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, the hit icon and the one look kind of similar to me.
Doesn't look anything alike. It's the one. I was like, yeah.
When I see that exploding thing, my brain goes, yes, a hit every time. Like,
yeah. I'm just thinking. That's why the alien dice. The alien dice are good for the alien RPG because the one is like a face hugger.
Oh,
so, yeah, you know that's not good. All right, so that's them fired. Okay, the refugees, they just pretty much start to like run backwards and scatter, getting as much into cover as they can.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's dead. Jaeger.
So I'm going to open fire on the guy who's just standing out in the open.
Yep.
So fast action to aim for a +1, canceled by the range or by the rain, and then elevated position canceled by the rain or by the range that time.
Yeah.
So for just a total of -1.
That's a miss. You didn't fire any ammo dice.
I am going to push though.
You're using trigger discipline, are you?
Yep. Trying to.
Headshot.
There we go.
Oh no! This dude's just like running for cover. He's like, it's 5:30 and the pa-ching.
Yeah, he's dead.
He makes a noise that sounds a lot like a Garand.
I saw how much ammo the rest of the squad was using and went, oh no.
Let's just quickly roll a head critical, see where he actually took it. In the ear, there you go. That's still enough to
right off. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
well, I'm pretty sure it's very easy to use ammunition in this game. I've got 50 rounds left. I thought I would be able to snipe forever, but no.
We spent a lot of money to get you those rounds too.
Yeah, and I fucking nuked the dude.
That's all right. Yeah. Yes, the most important one is keeping them from unit cohesion.
Okay, so the two in the north are going to try and bound, so which means that this guy moves here and goes into cover without firing, while the guy behind him opens up. Once again, he's going to fire towards Rogers. So he's taking an aim this time as well. So let's look at soldier, K-74.
Wait, can these guys even see? Because they don't have. Can they even see them?
They have chest high walls, just like everybody else in this game.
No. I mean, because you said that I can see them because of this.
Yeah, because of the scope. They can see us now, basically.
Yeah, they're firing. They're firing at the weapon blooms.
Yeah, they can definitely see a lot of.
Yeah.
A lot of muzzle flashes.
Okay.
Brave
You're
men.
looking at 6 army soldiers, full autoing.
All right, so that is a hit on the torso of Anderson for 4 damage.
Wait, that didn't
As
hit
in,
though,
Rogers,
right? He rolled
sorry.
a 2.
No.
No, right,
He got
sorry. A 6. He's 6 on the other base dice, a 2 and a 6.
Oh, okay.
So-
All right.
yeah,
I
yeah.
misunderstood.
Yeah. So that was sorry. It was on Rogers.
Rogers.
Rogers will take 3 damage.
So the base dice means their skill. The hit dice is obviously location, and the ammo is just how much ammo they use.
Yeah, but if you get
you're
6s on the
right.
ammo dice, counted extra successes though.
Yeah. So basically, this dude just full autoed our position and got 1 extra hit out of it.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay, so Anderson has to test coolness under
But
fire.
in order for the ammo hit to register, you need to have a base hit register. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so he is not suppressed, but he is hurt, and it was enough to cause a critical. With total damage and ended up being 3. Yep. So there's a torso crit on Anderson.
Yep. $10 its intestines.
Snapped collarbone.
Correct.
So -1 mobility.
Trying to fire a gun with a messed up
Yeah.
collarbone would be like
Yeah, can you imagine if it's on his
just the
his
2
firing
bones
shoulder?
rubbing together.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Nah, fuck that. I'm actually getting sympathy pains right now.
Okay, so that's the Soviet soldiers done. Gonzalez.
I'm gonna fire down on this Soviet soldier that I've marked.
Yep.
Fast action to aim, and then unloading with as much ammunition as I can. So distance is countered by elevation, and the rain is countered by maybe nothing. What was the other thing you had?
the
Spoon?
range is
you're still at -1 because the range is -2.
Right.
yeah.
So your total -2 or -3, and you're +2 from aiming and elevation.
You get the aiming is +0
Aiming is
unless
+0.
you've got a
Okay.
scope. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do I
Yeah,
want to
-2.
use superior United States Army issue gear? Or do I want to use one of these AK-74s we picked up? It's actually longer range.
Yeah.
Well, you sold all of them, didn't you?
No, we still have some.
No, we
Well,
kept
but
some of them. We definitely.
it's-
I should not have this pistol though. That's for sure.
It's longer range, but you're still taking the range.
Yeah, I'm just going to
penalty.
use my superior United States Army equipment that I've trained on. How much ammo can I use? Rate of fire amount?
I'll tell you when you select it.
Yep. Okay. I think
Woohoo!
it had my correct.
Good hit.
I'm gonna push
Push
it though.
that shit. Hey, there you go.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, weapon jam.
That's unfortunate. That's a weapon jam, baby.
What's this about superior technology? At least you got him in the arm though. Okay, so
That radiation water got into the gun barreling. Oh man.
it was the guy that got the front guy, wasn't it? Yep, you were shooting it, or the back guy.
No, I'm shooting at the back guy. The
back
one
guy.
back
Okay,
there.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So he.
You can tell because of the blue square circle on him.
Yeah, thank you. Critical hit. Oh, blew his arm off.
Oh wow! Nice.
All right, so he automatically drops his rifle, and he also falls prone. And I didn't test to see whether the guy that was
Suppressed.
Sorry.
Suppressed because
No,
I'm shooting
no.
over him.
Yeah, no, so that guy in front should have actually tested to die. He's going to test every single round to die.
I don't know what that's like. Yeah.
That sounds like real life, James. I don't know.
That sounds like Nero as well.
Okay, no, so this guy actually expired. He's dead.
All right. Let's just assume I killed him with the shock of my gunshots.
Okay, where is the...
That was mine.
We can maybe get 3 bottles of water from all this Russian forces army gear.
Yeah.
I'm sure we gotta loot them.
Whereas the guy whose arm just got blown off is not suppressed, but he's definitely having a bad day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's not severed yet. Like, he just, it's a wound that would, his arm is going to would require amputation.
The only
on the
combat
one
effective
hand,
guy
an adrenaline
left.
spike. On the other, missing an arm.
This guy, the farthest ahead guy, is the only combat effective left, right? The other 2 are like on the ground, bleeding out and dying.
No, the guy in the south, he dropped down with a but he was not killed. Okay, Nikolai.
Okay. Silly question. You mentioned there was like a state I could be in where I could shoot when they try and make a move or something.
That's
like that.
That's Overwatch. Yeah.
Overwatch.
Yeah, it's a slow action to go into Overwatch. So you can aim first, then go into Overwatch.
I need to replace my ammunition.
You're literally XCOM 2ing right now. 99% miss.
Yeah. Yep.
So can I reload in Overwatch?
Yes, you can. Well, actually, you can.
No,
you make a range combat roll.
Yeah,
okay.
That's right.
Yeah, to make a range combat roll to reload the gun quickly.
You have to do it like the sniper from TF2, where you bore load it or whatever it is. Oh, I want to vomit every time I watch that.
Any modifiers on this?
No, it's a straight roll. Okay, yep. So you reload as a fast action. So on your weapon, just go to the pull down magazine and pick a different magazine that's full, and then you go to Overwatch.
Put it in?
You go to edit your weapon.
Edit the gun, and you'll see there's a magazine drop down.
Oh yeah. Okay. And you just pick another magazine.
Yep.
Oh, that's super strange, but also just like. If there was like a lever you could pull to like cock the rifle, yeah, it's the same as a drop down.
Yeah, as I said, the next version apparently would have a reload button, which just picks another equal magazine from your.
I want it to be like fucking what's that game? Among Us, where you have to like physically like pull the
Okay, so you're in Overwatch. Which person are you in Overwatch on?
Is it like a radius or is it just
it's on a hex.
Okay, it'd probably be this guy in the corner, the top one. Yeah. So,
yeah, no worries.
I'll put a little dooder on it so you can see it. There you go.
Cool. Okay. All right. So now our friendly neighborhood CIA agent will move to here, and then. That guy is the one that's got his arm blown off. She will probably just try and execute him.
What does that entail, since we haven't done this yet?
Well, he's not incapacitated, so it's not actually execution. It's just a regular attack, but she's at very close range.
It's pretty good range if you're going to range something.
Yes. Okay, so that is a torso hit for 3 damage. We'll take 2 damage, which is enough to drop him to 0. He's incapacitated.
So there is no coup de grace in this game?
There is, but they have to be incapacitated first.
Yeah. So basically, like some of these guys won't be dead. Like some of them will, some of them won't. And then if we want to then finish them off, we have to fail an empathy test to basically murder them, more or less.
Yeah. And take a point of stress.
Because I'm actually really good at failing empathy tests.
Yeah. There is a specialty you can get where you don't take that anymore. You're just a cold-blooded killer.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, needs to earn that.
Yeah, the US soldiers, I guess the ones that are still able to act are all firing on the one guy that is still, combat ready.
Oh, the U.S. soldiers. I thought they were refugees.
No. You're the soldiers with you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, he's definitely never going to move now.
That's right. You can still interrupt and shoot him while he's in cover. That's fine. You can interrupt at any point in time in his turn. Okay, so we'll fire.
I'm just waiting for him to like peek, and then I'll just boop. When he doesn't have that cover anymore.
Okay, that's a head hit for 3 damage. He's got to take 2 from that. Not enough to trigger a crit though.
Yeah, that's the marksmanship we need. 5 ammunition spent for a head hit.
Threw his shield at him.
Okay.
I'm still weirded out by the fact that the shield returns like a boomerang and then can magnetically attach.
So that's a leg hit, which will go through the cover, so he's getting 1 armor from that. So 4 damage becomes 3 damage, which is enough to incapacitate him anyway.
Which Iron Man is it? The one where he's like building the Hadron Collider in his basement and he uses a shield?
Iron Man
2. Yeah, to prop up the... Yeah, and Coulson goes, "Do you know what this is?" And he's like, "Yes, it's exactly what I need."
Okay. Look, I'd say that the only remaining guy is the guy in the south here, which is also...
Oh, he's dead now. Okay,
yeah. Yeah, had a critical injury. In fact, you know what? Yeah, they'll just fire on him even though they know he's in full
there's
cover.
A refugee over here too, right?
Sorry? Yeah, but they're good guys.
That's 6 refugees.
Yeah. That's true, 6 refugees.
I thought that guy could have shot at that one, but
she hasn't got a weapon.
They don't have. They don't have any guns.
So I just quickly fire at the guy in full cover. So,
severed tendons. Ooh.
yeah.
This is like Warhammer 40k and the brutal descriptions.
Yeah,
Can't just be like bullet goes through you. It doesn't hit anything horrifying.
Human beings are made of meat, Arthur Perkins.
Oh no. Does he fuck his gun up there?
No, because he didn't. It's not a push.
It's not a push. It's not a push. That's right. Thank God.
NPCs can't push.
A stack full of broken guns.
NPCs are regular consumers. They don't overclock their GPUs, okay?
Gotcha, okay.
Okay, so the refugee in the bottom right has basically... those 6 have fled off the battle map.
Hi, Felicia.
This one will move over to the person that's clearly helping them and getting cover, and that one will just hide in the trees. And he's dead. So Jaeger... No. This is the one guy in full cover who's prone currently.
I think Max.
You know what this is, guys?
Start to move.
I know what this is. This is Dead of Winter when you try and recruit a new playable character, but you just get the mouths to feed instead.
Mm-hmm. Is this corner over here? Is this like a stairwell?
Stairwell, yeah, that's right. So it takes 1 hex of movement to go down a level.
Okay. And I can move 2 hexes normally, correct?
Yeah, without a mobility check. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll move... Oh, hang on. I'll move 1 and then 2 onto the ground floor, and then I'll make a mobility check to try and move additional.
Yep.
How long is a turn in this game?
I need to look. I'm not entirely sure. You can go 1 extra hex.
1 extra hex. Okay, so we're going to go...
Because is it like if it's like 3 seconds or 2 seconds, it's like 20 meters in 2 seconds is pretty fucking quick.
These are U.S. Army soldiers.
And then can I use my slow? Can I like double move?
Yeah, you can. You can use your slow for a fast action to move again.
Okay.
Did you drop your backpack?
I wouldn't have had his backpack on him when he came.
Wait, you don't sleep in full plate armor? What's wrong with you?
No, of course. Okay. Of course not.
Get that D&D out of my Twilight 2000.
1 round is 10 seconds.
Okay.
So we're gonna go.
Whoa. Okay. That's really long.
I feel like 8 bullets in 10 seconds is not a lot of full auto, but
yeah, that's
all that goes. I play BattleTech regularly, where machine guns only go 100 meters. So
also, if I had my intestines severed in 10 seconds, I think I would be very dead.
All right, that's where I end up after my full round of movement.
Okay, cool.
Like any normal person, he runs out into an alleyway filled with gunfire.
I mean, the return gunfire has slackened somewhat significantly.
Okay, so the one remaining soldier does actually pop up. He will be shooting at you, but without an aim because he had to go from prone to kneeling. So 2, 3, 4, 5.
You will now be punished for your decision.
Maybe.
We'll see. So he's going to be at a -3.
Did he just forget about everyone else up here?
Well, there's a guy running at him.
There's a guy running out into the open street through.
He's definitely the
rubble.
easiest target by far.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I've played Day of Defeat. I know how this goes.
Oh, no, that's a miss. All right. And he's just tried his gun out too. There's no more rounds left. All right. That's all the Russian soldiers that can act. The rest are all dead or dying. Gonzalez.
I don't know whether to use my superior U.S. military jammed hardware, or I pull out the AK-74. I start spraying the guy that I have targeted. He's the last one, right?
That's
I mean,
right,
there's the other guy is the CIA agent standing over him, but I assume.
Yeah. So because you'd be shooting from the hip, so it's -2 for that as well.
Ah, Jesus. All right.
Do I? Am I like? I said I was overwatching a dude. So what happens when they die?
Well, you don't get to take you can do anything you want to do to that hex. You can shoot his body again. That's fine.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Makes sense to me.
Oof.
If I push this though, right? Like,
Yeah, if you push it, you're fucking up your gun by 2 steps.
okay. I'm literally a gun
There's
mechanic.
plenty of guns out there.
Fucking unbelievable. And it jams.
Boy, that looks real familiar.
This is terrible Russian hardware. Okay.
Yeah.
What
I blame the
rifle?
hardware.
What ammunition does the AK use? Actually,
By
45.
45.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry. By 39, sorry.
Yeah.
damn it.
All right. So that just leaves you now, Dave. One guy left.
Okay, it's my turn already. All right.
Yep.
I will do the unremarkable thing of shooting him
Okay.
from where I stand. I have a full complement of ammunition ready to roll. I will do the thing. So -1, yeah? That's what I'm at right now.
Yes.
Okay. I will... He's at full health, or has he been shot before?
No, he's been hurt already. He's down to 3 wounds remaining.
I'll try and save some ammunition. I'll just do rate of fire 1.
That will be a miss unless you want to push.
Yeah, I'll push it. Yeah, nothing. Hey,
There we go.
Right.
I like the way it's funny when you push it how it rolls them one at a time. Just
I noticed, by the way, too, that
I think it rolls them by group.
If you bump a dice, it keeps the first result, sort of thing, rather than like changing the result, which is, you know, I noticed on Roll20 they don't do that, which is really fucking annoying. Like you get a 6 and then it like bumps it and turns it into a 1. It's like, oh, you got a 1.
Okay, so it's going to be a total of 4 damage minus 1 for his armor is 3 damage, is enough to incapacitate him. And also enough to do a crit, so I'll just roll a torso crit. Cracked pelvis. Here we go.
A pelvis. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Okay,
He's going to get a purple heart if he ever gets out of this.
He's not. We're going to go over there and execute all of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're going to go loot their bodies and leave them to die.
He could have been the Russian BJ Blazkowicz. We'd never know.
So the guy that you just hit with the crack pelvis, he is the only one of them who will not die in time. Like crack pelvis is, it's very painful, but it's not a eventually fatal injury. Everyone else took eventually fatal injuries. Or there was a guy with a cracked collarbone who was dropped. So there are two Russians who are incapacitated, unconscious. You can either leave them. You can still obviously take their stuff if you want to, but
Right.
yeah, it's up to you.
All right. So
I'll
go ahead.
I'll leave it on the map for a moment just so you can see what's around, but we don't need to worry about moving tokens anymore. We're no longer in initiative rounds.
Yeah, I'm just like Roger Stevens. You're on Overwatch. Stevens, make sure you're watching the opposite direction. Anderson, Stone, you're with me. Anderson, take charge of looting the dead and disarming any non-combatants.
I light the fire again.
I'm just walking, looking at both of my. I'm holding one weapon in each hand. They're both jammed. I'm just like, fuck. So I'm walking behind Max, and I'm just like, Max, wait up. And then I walk near Max, and I'm just like, PFC Jaeger, what a perfect time to talk privately. Well, no one else is around, and everyone else is busy.
So I like the idea that you hear Mikawai say, "Look for water canteens."
Yeah, we understand. Hey, can you come? Mike, can you come down here and talk to these nationals? We need you to interpret for us.
Kurva.
I don't know what that means. Is that acknowledged?
Yeah, he heard you.
Okay, Mike, I need you to be very clear with these people. We are not accepting responsibility for them. They cannot come with us.
So I'll go down there. Grumpy. I was warm until 2 seconds ago. Now I'm wet.
Yeah.
You're Polish, though. This
That does not mean, by definition, make me wet and cold.
This is a normal state for you, though. Max.
Yeah.
We need to be leaving sooner rather than later. They're going to send someone to look for this missing patrol.
Well, we should probably go talk to these people.
Let's let the interpreter warm them up for a bit. I want to talk, you and me.
I mean, one of them speaks English.
Yeah, so
At least.
But I'm trying to keep Max here to talk to him because he keeps dodging me.
So the refugees
for
are
good
basically
reason.
the refugees are effectively like keeping their distance right now, just cowering until somebody lets them know what's going on. The other woman that picked up the AK, she is moving towards your group, but she's got she's not holding the gun in any form of threatening manner. Like she's literally like not even at a low radius. It's down at her side.
Mm-hmm.
As she's
I'm just
approaching.
gesturing to her to give us a minute, and we'll talk to her.
Yeah.
Look, Max, we need to be very clear here.
Okay.
You've read the same orders as I have. There is no high command. We go to Germany. There's no plane from Ramstein back home. Okay? You understand that, right? Like, objectively.
Sure.
We need, if we want to get back to America, we need a boat.
Right.
Which means, northern Germany or France. And every boat that can leave was already, it's going to be gone. Like, we're here in the long term. I think you need to recognize that. Or do you know something that I don't? Mike, how'd you sneak up on us? What are you, some sort of survivalist hunter who specializes in this?
You asked me to come down. What is the problem?
Yeah, don't worry. Look, I think we need to be thinking long term here, Max.
Sure.
There is no NATO forces. There is no U.S. Army. They have abandoned us. You can see from the orders, they have abandoned us here. We need to be thinking long term.
And what is your long-term plan here, specialist?
My long-term plan is that we need to develop a chain of command. Private first
If you
class.
spend 5 years in Poland, you can get permanent residency.
I don't think there's
Very
a Polish
good.
government anymore, Mike. I'm pretty sure I heard during the intro that they were nuked, just like everything else in this country.
Well, before the nuke, we had 5 golden churches in Warsaw.
They were
Very
beautiful,
nice.
I'm sure.
We will rebuild it once more. 6 now. 6 golden churches.
Max, I think we need to head together, not west. We need to go north, northern Germany, and we need to commandeer a boat, and we need to establish a chain of command, because you're acting awfully sullen with me, and I know things aren't conventional right now, but I think we both know we're better off than if we had a butter bars with us. So,
well then, specialist.
can we come to an accord, PFC, or do we still have a problem?
We're in a combat situation. I'm a combat MOS. You are not. If you want to establish a chain of command here, I'm at the top.
Yeah. Anybody shooting at us right now, Mike?
I like Mikolai looks around and is like, no.
Okay, we spend 99% of our time outside of a combat situation. Private first class. We need to come to an understanding.
Are you still talking to Mill?
I agree. I agree.
What? What?
Look, I don't disagree with your plan here to go get a boat. I think it's a good one. But as you said, things have broken down. I'm not going to follow your orders just because you're a corporal and I'm a private first class. The difference between those two ranks is essentially nothing, especially when I've done a lot more fighting than you have.
Excuse me, the woman with the
come on over here, ma'am.
She calls out an American accent.
All right.
Who's in charge here?
Yes, civilian. Please approach here. That's PFC Max Jaeger right here is in charge, as far as I've heard.
You see, I'm Agent Davidson, CIA.
I recognize you.
Recognize? Oh, you were with the sixth, fifth. That's gonna be right. Fifth.
Yeah.
You're the fifth.
Yep. Or well, we're what's left of it.
How many soldiers with you?
7, I believe.
Oh, yeah, you're 6 soldiers in the civilian, but yeah.
Yeah. I think he just includes Mikabash at this point.
He's like staring up at the sky with his mouth open, like
Getting some of that radiation tag in there.
Yeah.
I could use your help, soldier. I was picked up by these Soviets in Unijal, just across the river. I was there picking up intel, and unfortunately, I had to stash my gear before I was captured. I've got an encrypted radio. I need to reestablish communications. I can get back to the moment, but I've got other than this. She holds up the weapon she's picked up. I've got no other gear, no food, no water. It's at least, we could probably make it there. If we force march there and back a day, maybe day and a half, or we take it slow 2 days. I don't know what your mission is here, but I don't know what your operational priority is, but that radio will make a big difference towards finding what's going on.
I'm going to hand her the orders.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, CIA. What were you doing in Unilv?
I was picking up intel, as I said. There's the 6, I think it's the 6, in this case, it's the 6 motor rifle are moving through there, heading west. But they broke away a group of us and were sent. Apparently, there's Russian forces ahead, or Soviet forces ahead in Conan. They were taking refugees there, presumably for manual labor, maybe to force into fighting.
So you're telling us that there's a entire motor rifle regiment, like 10 kilometers to our east?
Well, they were heading along. So if you're looking at the map,
yeah,
they're heading along the road north of Yuzhou.
Okay. All right.
But they said there were forces that were near the town, that like outliers patrol groups that picked her and the other refugees up.
And you're also telling us that the safe bridge to the west is actually being held by a Russian-occupied town.
Well, they're moving artillery groups forward. Field guns.
Yeah, that's awesome, because you only do that if you think you have everything to the west secure. I turn to look at Max, smiling. It's a very fragile, brittle smile. Yep, artillery. That's some real frontline stuff, right? MOS, specialist combat.
Look, man, I'm just trying to get home, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to do that. If you want to try and take over here, be my guest. but I'm going to a port and looking for a boat. Or I'm going back across the border into Germany like our orders say we should. If you want to stay put and try and make a go of things here in wherever the fuck we are, go for it. What Mike said.
Don't the orders basically say, they're literally like, hey, there is no command now, just go west? Not that there's anything there for you, just...
No. It's life is peaceful there.
It says our orders are to regroup on the other side of the German border. That's
is that right,
the fallback,
James? I thought it was like we're screwed. Just run.
It was pretty much like it indicated try and get back across the border to Germany. Like that is the reorder point. But it's pretty much like whatever. There's no timeline. It's like just survive. So first order, survive. Second order, get out of Poland.
We're Tropic Thunder now. Survive.
Look, and I think Max turns back towards the agent and is like, "What sort of this encrypted radio? What sort of range does it have?"
If to transmit, only about 30 kilometers, but I can pick up. Like broadcast FM communications outwards to about 80 kilometers.
Yeah, but no one's broadcasting anything right now. Otherwise, we'd all be on the radio.
How do we know?
Why aren't we on the radio?
Because all of our radios are fried by the time of nuclear strikes.
Exactly. No one's broadcasting anything.
That's why I just no one here is broadcasting anything. That's why I asked what range it was.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to talk to anyone. I want people to talk to me.
Yeah, that's it. And I'm not. It's not about me trying to call out. There are forces operating in country that will be broadcasting information around Operation Reset. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. So far, everybody that we've met involved with Reset has been running west.
But I'm happy to go west too. I just want to get my gear back because then I can establish communication with whatever command might still exist.
What do you have any other gear stash there?
Yeah, my sidearm. A few other bits of kit. Nothing life preserving. I've got some binoculars, some food, water, that sort of thing.
How much food and water?
Only probably a couple of days worth. I didn't have anything to really carry it all in. So, but at this point in time, your soldiers have basically like piled up what they pulled off the Russians, basically. So there is a Russian Bible, a box of chocolates, 3 rations of clean water, 2 rations of domestic food, 2 rations of Russian MREs, a small fishing kit in like a tin, 2 boo-boo kits, or IFAKs, so personal med kits, a deck of playing cards, and a red signal flare.
Red because Russia?
All right. I'm gonna make sure that the guy who's dehydrated drinks that clean water.
He already drunk the radio rainwater last night.
Oh well, then I make sure that.
Shit!
I make sure that Max and Mike both have the clean water and was it 2 MREs?
So there are 2 MREs, 2 domestic food, and 3 clean waters.
All right. I'd take one of the domestic foods. I give it domestic food to Anderson, and make sure that the MREs go to Max and Mike. And I sneak that fishing kit to Mike as well, because that's going to be pretty useful down the line. And I say, EFC Jaeger, can we step aside from our step aside and have another private conversation? Everyone keeps joining us, Jaeger. God damn it. I shake the Russian Bible at him. I'm like, I'm trying to have a one-on-one with you, and everyone wants to fucking interrupt us. I'm tired of this shit.
Dave, you can take a backpack from the Russian soldiers if you want as well.
Yeah. My man.
All right.
Finally, a place to put all of my ammunition.
He's like
you literally are
pockets.
handling a whole bunch of Dragnum rounds. You're just like juggling them.
I got like
to
a shopping bag that I just carry around with Dragon.
he has to fill the same magazine each time he reloads. All right.
Who's our guy that's irradiated?
So
just drank irradiated water.
No. So Anderson has radiation sickness already.
Okay.
And it was who was one that was dehydrated? It was Stevens who was dehydrated and drank the water.
Okay. I'm just all right. Look, Max, we send Andersons and Stevens with her. That's 2 guys. That's enough to get the job done. She has supplies there to get them food and water, get the radio. They can get more orders. We need to take the rest of these guys and get out of here. We don't all have to go with her to accomplish this mission. I think what we need to do is drive near Conan, and as we're going past, we set off the signal flare in some random direction to draw their attention elsewhere. Whatever response they have is going to go to where that signal flare is, and while we're driving away, we try to break for the bridge.
Okay.
We're going to do that. We need to do it now before someone reports in that, hey, U.S. forces have the signal flare. I might be trying something.
I mean, we don't know what the signal.
We don't know what it
might mean shoot the shit out of this area with your artillery.
Yeah,
who knows?
I don't know, but you know what? If we fire it towards Conan and we signal them to shoot themselves, and somebody else shoots them, better off for us. We just need to have them distracted and going in a direction that we're not going.
Americans come to Poland, blow up.
Damn it, Mike! Do you know what an aside is?
Is it what? Some sort of cake or something?
Just follows us around. But he's so stealthy we just don't notice until he says something.
Yeah, I'm just sitting down next to you smoking. You didn't even notice for a long time.
Here, sort these playing cards into an initiative order, Mike.
Yeah.
Russian deck of cards 1 through 10. That's it.
I take one of those med kits as well, by the way.
Yeah.
I think I used mine earlier.
You did, yes. I think all your med kits previously were used.
Well, then I keep mine so that I don't die when I radiate myself.
So I haven't got who's taken the box of chocolates, the 2 MREs, the second med kit, the playing cards.
MREs are going to Max and Mikutaj.
Okay. So
I love how you give the Polish guy American MREs and you take the domestic food for yourself.
Yeah.
I told you, I'm thinking long term. I want to adapt. Besides, I have diarrhea, man. I don't need more MREs.
Well, no. I mean, you do need more MREs. You need to eat the cheese out of them.
I love the idea that you open up the domestic.
What a callback! Incredible.
I love that you open up the domestic food and it's just like it's vegetables and chicken meat and jelly, and you're just like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so
I like look over. It's like, oh, that's good with a lemon. Put lemon in there; it'll be good.
Yeah, these are Russian MREs too, so it's like dehydrated borscht.
Yeah,
I'm feeling better and better about giving you guys those MREs.
Polish guy would be like, "Oh, yum, give me."
Look, man, I've got a hidden secret stash of Tabasco sauce that just goes on everything.
I feel like you can make a commercial out of that.
You know what borscht is? Spoon?
No, I have no idea.
It's beetroot soup.
Yeah.
Just imagine beetroot soup with Tabasco on top.
Look, all I know from the American military friends that I've talked to is that, you know, if you're eating MREs, just put Tabasco on it and it'll be all right.
Yeah, that's it.
So I could just imagine the borscht would just be like, it's just this black liquid that Mikołaj's just like, and he said, "What are you drinking?" Salt. I'm drinking salt. If you've never had borscht before, that's what it tastes like. It tastes like fucking salt.
So
yeah,
I'm going to look toward Max to make sure that we have come to yet another accord here. Because if there's one thing the military needs, it's community-based consensus decision-making. That we let our most wounded, useless soldiers go with her and let them be a burden on her, but still get the mission done.
Maybe. I mean, that's yeah. it's unknown, but yeah, no, he's good with that.
I mean, 2 guys with M16s or whatever they've got, M4s, are going to be way more useful
It's
than
better
0.
than nothing, right?
Yeah.
So
but
the four
not as
soldiers
useful
down,
as 7.
they're down to their last mags, unless they take. I mean, they can take the AK-74s from the Russian
they do
soldiers
that.
here. So
Yep, we do that. We let them take their AK-74s.
okay, so each American soldier now has their own gun and an AK-74 with a clip magazine for each.
Okay, so we send whoever the 2, dehydrated, irradiated guys with her, and I'm just like, "What's your name, CIA person?"
Davidson, Naomi Davidson.
Okay, Naomi. God bless America. I really hope you get your radio. Let them know we're still alive.
We're headed for Poznan. If you can make it out again.
Okay. So just to be clear, you're not making any plans to meet up with this group later on. You're separating from.
Correct.
So we could.
We have a truck.
So yeah. That's the thing is we could because it's still nighttime, right? Or it's
5:30 in the morning.
It's the start of the morning shift
day. So we could spend another day here looking for stuff.
Why don't
we literally just heard they're moving more people into Conan?
Why don't we do this, right? We give them the signal flare. If it goes off, right, that means that, they're under fire or whatever. But if it doesn't go off, maybe we expect them to show up somewhere.
I mean,
at a
that
rally
signal
point or
flare is
something
not
like that.
visible from 40 kilometers away. Right? That's beyond the curvature of the Earth. We're going to be long gone by the time they pop that thing.
Yeah, because basically, if we're going to wait for them, they said basically a day there, a day back, right?
That's too long.
So
we know that military
waiting
forces
for them is
on foot in the car. You can make it there and back in a shift.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Yeah, but that's risking our entire unit on this one person's. And we know that there's a detachment from the 6th Guard there. This is a terrible plan to just charge in there, solo wrecking our vehicle.
It gets us a working radio though, and whatever other stuff is stashed.
You know what we could do? We could get past Conan before several thousand Ruskies move in.
Sure.
I don't.
That's what I'm for.
Yep.
I'm
telling you, we give this lady enough forces to finish her job. She can keep U.S. Army soldiers fed and watered. They'll do whatever mission needs to be done from high command, who will, of course, answer the radio call. Right? I mean, we all believe in high command.
James, out of curiosity, the leader, did he have body armor?
Yes, he had a torso armor. So
can I have that?
You certainly can.
Because you hit him in the head.
So just to be clear, though, it is Russian, it's Russian colored and labeled.
You're wearing Russian gear, basically.
I'm going to put that underneath my stuff.
Okay.
Or I will
wear a shirt over it.
Yeah, I will dye it with my Borscht.
I was gonna say, what you do is you find a Polish flag in the town and you drape it over yourself like a coat.
Well, no, last time we discussed it was bad to do that because that's
there were Poles who were doing
they're armbanding though. What I'm saying is you Captain America yourself. Well, you're currently wearing a Russian plate carrier and a Polish helmet.
Private Poland.
Can this go under jacket, or is this too bulky to go under jacket?
It would be obvious you were wearing armor. It would cover the coloring of it, but it would be obvious you're wearing armor underneath the jacket.
No, that's fine. I just want to cover.
Yeah,
the
I think
coloring.
that's It just doesn't want to be associated with the Russians.
Yeah,
it's gonna walk up to a U.S. military camp and it's gonna look like a Spetsnaz officer is forcing us to go in. Yeah, all right. I don't think we need to talk about this as much more. We just send them with the lady and we drive on our way. Okay, so they're heading east. You're heading west. Yeah,
towards
we're
Conan.
detaching 2 guys and her.
Yeah,
we still need to talk to the refugees.
Yeah, I would talk to the refugees before we sneak off too.
Okay, no worries. So, I mean, so they're all hungry. and thirsty, and have basically they're just people that have been displaced from their home and have been pushed into. Effectively, they're being press ganged into slavery or service. So they don't know. They've got no useful intel. Oh, I should have mentioned, by the way, that the Russians did have, the Spetsnaz guy did have some orders in Russian, in Cyrillic, in his pocket as well.
Does anyone speak Russian here?
Can I mean, most Polish people can speak a bit of Russian.
At this point in time, yeah, they can, yeah. So, from my research, they can speak Russian. They can't read Cyrillic, though.
Wait. We still have a live Russian soldier, right?
It depends. I mean, they're unconscious, and
no. There was the one guy who dropped down, right?
Cracked pelvis, but
pelvis.
he's still
incapacitated.
Cool.
Yeah,
he's going in the truck with us.
Okay, taking a prisoner. I mean, so the CIA
okay,
agent can read.
No. We'll have this discussion. I'm like, Jaeger, we need him to read these orders, and he's not conscious right now. You object to taking him prisoner? It's a hostage.
Hey, Davidson, do you read Russian?
Yes, I wouldn't be a very useful intel asset here if I wasn't.
Okay, great. Read these orders and tell us what they say.
All right. So according to this, the orders here indicate that the Russians are moving artillery as close as they can to the German border to try and effectively create a denial zone so that any NATO forces trapped this side of the border are effectively stuck between the front line of the Russians and the gun line of where the artillery can hit. They're pretty much trying to create a kill box because they reckon that most of the NATO force are going to be trying to move west.
Now, this genius 300 level tactics right here.
Yeah, so their line of demarcation is the western border. Pretty much, they're not going to fire shots over that or send troops further west, but they're trying to create. Effectively, the ultimate goal of this group is to try and claim Poznan, and effectively the 6 hexes west of Poznan will be the kill zone. Effectively, that road that runs from Poznan through Lesno down to Roklaw, that's pretty much going to be where the Russians are setting up their final line.
So they're gathering all their artillery in Conan? Is that what this is saying? Conan was just one place they're moving through. So effectively, the group, so the Motor 6 Guard Independent Motor Rifle Regiment, they are the ones that are moving ahead through Conan to try and claim Poznan. Behind them is the 12th Guard Tank Division, which was previously stationed in Woods. They include the howitzer guns, field guns, so they're the ones that are then following up to establish the artillery line. So those two groups there are the ones that are both moving west. So the soldiers. Sorry?
I was just gonna make a joke. Oh yes, you speak perfect Polish, but you can't say the city names.
Unbelievable.
So the riflemen were basically moving along the road to Kodo or Kolo, whatever it is. Was the L with it? Kovo. There you go. And
the L with a line through it is a W.
Okay, nice. So they were the ones that had people scouting that found the refugees south and brought them. That they were supposed to meet up with their forces in Conan. The tanks are probably coming a bit later behind, so the tanks will probably take the road that you're on through Rev into Conan.
How good are the roads these days?
Not great, because I mean the thing is, like, this war didn't just start yesterday. This war's been going on for a year. So
if the tanks are coming across this road here, can we sabotage this bridge? Maybe
if you had explosives. Which, Davison seems to imply that among her other equipment, she did have, she has 1 unit of plastic explosive.
But the idea that we would have to go to Conan, and then back to the bridge is like insane. But
no, she's on the other side of the bridge.
Her gear is in there.
Yeah, so she's in
Unerval.
Yeah, Unerval. And the thought was to go across the bridge, pick up her stuff, and then book it out.
No, I'm like PFC Anderson. Your job is to blow the bridge up while coming back across. I slap him on the shoulder.
I think now might be a good time for a break and
Yes.
an off-screen discussion.
All right, we'll be back for the second half in about 8 minutes. Stick around.
It might be, can we make it a bit longer? It might be about 10 minutes because I've got to make sandwiches for 2 children.
Sure.
Oh, make one for me, James.
We'll be back when we can get back. All right, third child. Perfect.